Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification bell. I'd appreciate it majorly. So, another update on the missing Fort Hood soldier, Sergeant Elder Fernandez, who is still missing. I don't know how the search went with EquiSearch, who was supposed to be conducting their own volunteer search yesterday. There's only the only update that they have over at their Facebook page is basically a group of them, including Tim Miller, who I believe is the founder for EquiSearch, who everybody speaks extremely highly of. And his own daughter was kidnapped, I believe, years ago, more than 20 years ago, and ultimately was killed, I think. So there's only a photo of them about to get onto a small plane to fly up there Friday. And do the search yesterday. So, but I don't know what came of that. It usually takes a day or two for whatever progress. There's sometimes a lot longer, especially if no progress was made for it to get into the news. So, but there are other items that are in the news regarding this. Obviously on Friday, I think early evening is when outlets started reporting that Elder Fernandez had previously, and that's one of his photos out there that's posted on his family's Facebook pages, his mom and his aunt, who have done the majority of sort of the public outreach, social media outreach to get some help, creating as much awareness, in hoping to find their son and nephew. But there is some new information, and it remains extremely puzzling, exactly. I mean, one of the big questions is what he was in the hospital for. His mother says that he was in the hospital as of last Tuesday and was released Monday morning, or Monday. I think he was released right before he was dropped off at the 2100 block of Woodlands Drive, and his family maintains that that's not where he lives, and they don't exactly know why he was dropped off there. It stated in one report that supposedly, he had told the staff sergeant that's where he wanted to be dropped off. His car with all of his belongings, that's how it's just phrased, was found, on post at the unit, I assume where he works, on base. And when they say all of his belongings, that's just how it's stated, and we don't know if that means like everything that he owns, like all of his clothes and other items that he normally would move into a place, because supposedly he had just rented a new apartment, had signed a lease, had set up all the utilities, and but hadn't gone to get the keys from where we don't know, like who he rented the apartment from. It's probably some property management company, but hadn't retrieved the keys, and so I guess just never moved in. Was he living at this address, the 2700 block of Woodlands Drive, for the last year or so prior to this move that he's now setting up? We don't know, but his family says that that's not where he lives, basically. So his mom says that she had been talking to him daily, multiple times, like 2 to 3 times a day, every day since Tuesday, from Tuesday last week to the time he was released, which was Monday. And actually, she didn't speak to him Monday, but she had spoken to him as recently as Sunday, and that he said he would call her Monday, and his mom never heard from her. So that's when it began. That's when they began to worry. They tried to reach him multiple times. His mom and his aunt, and never heard from him all day Tuesday. I think other family members tried to reach out to him and didn't hear back from him. And so by Wednesday, his mother traveled to Killeen, and she's there now. And to the best of my knowledge, she's been there since Wednesday, and she's still there. In fact, one of these reports says that I think it's the aunt that is saying it, basically saying the mother's is basically it's a foreign place to her down there. She doesn't know Killeen, Texas. She's driving around completely lost. basically, going crazy because she can't find her son, and she's in a place that she doesn't know the surroundings at all, doesn't know anything about Killeen, and so forth. But in multiple reports, it says that they don't know why he was in the hospital, including the family. The family is saying that they don't. It's not clear to them why they were in the hospital. Which, for me, that's definitely odd. And I don't know if their attorney has basically just told them that there's certain information they shouldn't divulge to the press, which would be, totally understandable. But the fact that the mother and aunt, but the mother says she was speaking to him 2 to 3 times a day, every day from Tuesday up until Sunday, while he's in the hospital, and they don't know his reason for being in the hospital, that's definitely strange. But again, their attorney, who's now Natalie Kwan, who's the same attorney, sort of high-profile attorney who is representing the Guillen family for the murder of Vanessa Guillen case, may have advised them to not, certain things not to give out, for legal reasons. So, and it does say, I was pretty shocked to see some of the statements from Fort Hood, who continues to contend, like in multiple statements, both on the 21st, which I think was Friday, the 22nd was just yesterday, that they were still maintaining that they don't suspect foul play in this incident, and that they were suggesting that other soldiers on the base, I assume people that worked with him or were associates of friends of his or just knew him, said that he may have left on his own accord. I mean, that seemed to be like what Fort Hood officials were leaning towards, and basically, in light of all the circumstances surrounding this case, with the backdrop of Vanessa Guillen and many others, it's pretty stunning to see Fort Hood, making those claims that they basically. I'll read it. I'll read where it basically says that they don't, at this point, they don't suspect foul play. I guess that's their standard, answer that they have to give. But I still was surprised to read it, and then basically just saying that they don't know, So, but it does also say that they had been in contact with Elder Fernandes' family prior to him going missing, and I assume that's in relation, as it relates to, the sexual abuse investigation that had been opened up as a result of Elder Fernandes coming to somebody at Fort Hood, claiming, and it wasn't just he wasn't just coming forward on somebody else's behalf that something that he had witnessed. He was coming forth for himself. That's confirmed as well, according to CNN, that he was the victim of the abuse, of the sexual abuse contact or something like that. It's not necessarily exactly phrased as sexual assault or whatever, but the Fort Hood officials had been in contact with the family, I assume, prior to him going missing. I assume in relations to that. But then that again comes back to, this is while he's in the hospital. So I assume. And so again, the fact that the family doesn't know why he's in the hospital and is a mystery to me. It's definitely, there's so many odd things to this. And it could be any number of different things. I mean, some of it's just so bizarre. That just takes you in many different directions. It's like the fact that you have so recently another incident with Vanessa Guillen, who was ultimately was murdered and her body dismembered and everything, and then this happens right after that. It's almost impossible to believe, and it makes you just wonder, like, how can that happen? And it's almost like I don't know, it just makes you wonder that if there's something else not going on beyond just an abusive environment that, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I have some wild, crazy ideas, but what's the point? So, but it does say the open investigation of abusive sexual contact involving Sergeant Elder Fernandez. This is Lieutenant Colonel Chris Brodegam, a 1st Cavalry Division Public Affairs officer, told CNN in a statement that there is an open investigation of abusive sexual contact involving Sergeant Elder Fernandez, and confirmed that Fernandez was the victim in this investigation. And whether or not, I mean, that's that abusive sexual contact, victim of abusive sexual contact, that could be a number of different things. And it's very possible that he's being tortured by, some of his fellow soldiers, and harassed, like almost, in a disgusting way. And it isn't necessarily that it's something else like sexual assault. It's more like he's just being, some kind of gross, horrible, whatever. So, but he was the victim of it. And like I said before, it says here that Fort Hood reiterated that it did not suspect foul play in a media statement August 22nd. That's yesterday. That's Saturday. In the statement, commander of the 553rd Combat Sustainment Support Battalion, Justin Redfern, said they are concerned for his well-being and seek to get him back with the people that care about him. We are concerned for his well-being and want him to continue the care he was receiving before he went missing. Our unit and the Army have the resources to help him, Redfern said. Fort Hood also said there is no connection between the soldier's disappearance and any other ongoing cases on post at this time. Sergeant Fernandez' leadership initiated a dialogue with his family before his current absence and will remain in contact with them in our effort to find him, the statement reads. Fort Hood reported August 21st that Fernandez, quote, may have left Fort Hood on his own accord following information gathered from other soldiers. He did not report to work the following day as scheduled. Fort Hood said in a release, his only known vehicle was found on post in his unit's parking lot. We're very concerned about the welfare of this soldier, and first and foremost, we want to ensure he's okay. So, he's described as African American, 5'5", 133 pounds. Other reports say 5'4", 133 pounds. Not a big guy. He's pretty small. And that is another thing. But I wanted to just quickly show you that it seems that some of his photos from just a year or two ago, or from a couple years ago to today, it seems like he has lost weight. That's what it looks like. And I don't know. I really, really don't know. But it seems like there's just something going on. That's from, I think, December. That's from June. That's from June 2017. So that's from whatever, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, almost exactly, a little bit more. And and then another photo here. I think this is from December 2017. I guess he was home for Christmas. I don't know if that's what it seems. That's how it was posted on his mom's Facebook page. And here, that's that same photo, but the full body, and that's his mom to the right of him. His whole family's there. It's December 26th, I think, is the date that this was posted. I assume, that's Christmas. He's home for Christmas, I guess. If he was home the date that this was posted, but maybe not. Maybe it's from before and they just posted I don't know. Anyways, just from that to something that seems to be a little bit more present date, but I don't even know the date of it. On his aunt's page, his mom's sister's page, she just posted this recently on August 20th when he recently went missing, and his family members started posting things on their Facebook timelines. Just doesn't look the same, and he looks thinner. What does that mean? I have no idea. Same thing there, and he just doesn't. He looks like he's sort of a shell of his former self a little bit. Not. I don't want to overstate it, but I don't know. So, and believe me, I believe there's something going on. Something wrong. There's something bad going on at Fort Hood. I just don't know that it's exactly as it's being framed, in each instance. It's so strange. So, but it continues over here, that it says some of the stuff I've already stated, but I just want to read through the report so that you hear it from the report and I don't get any of the details wrong. It says the Killeen Police Department is asking the community. Turkey. Killeen Police Department is asking the community if anyone has seen Fernandes, who has not been heard from by his family since August 17th. 17th was Sunday. Supposedly he was dropped off Monday afternoon by a staff sergeant at the 2700 block of Woodlands Drive, which is basically just a huge neighborhood of homes, single family homes, but his family maintains that he didn't live there, and that's actually in this what I'm about to read right now. We need answer. We need answers. We need to know where my nephew is, my sister's son is. We need to know that he's okay. We need to know that he's alive. We need him home, said Isabel Nieves Fernandes, Sergeant Elder Fernandez' aunt. The Killeen Police Department says 23-year-old Elder Fernandes was last seen by his staff sergeant on Monday afternoon when he dropped him off at his residence located at the 2700 block of Woodlands Drive in Killeen. Family says he was being dropped off after being discharged from the Carl R. Darnall Army Medical Center. They still don't know why he was in the hospital, but say the address where he was taken is not where he lives. Dropped off at an address that supposedly he gave him, but he does not live at that address. His car is at the base, filled with his belongings, and he rented an apartment, paid for the apartment, set up all the utilities, never showed up to get the keys. He's MIA, said Nieves Fernandes. That's his aunt. Continuing. Right now, his mother, Elena Nieves, is in Killeen. She arrived on Wednesday from their hometown of Braintree, Massachusetts. I thought it was Brockton, but Braintree's probably right next to Brockton. To look for him. She's lost. She's driving around like a crazy person trying to find him herself, said Nieves Fernandes. So this is Texas EquiSearch. This is, like I said, a picture of them Friday before they're about to leave wherever he is based out of, which is in Texas, to head to Killeen for the search that was supposed to be conducted or started yesterday. And normally once they start, they keep going for days and days, depending on how it goes and so forth. But so that's them getting ready to leave to go there. There's actually a video here of him and his aunt, and that's similar to these pictures here. So very quickly, that's pretty much all the new information that's out there.
Look at the big boy. No cry, no cry. Elder. Hi, Elder.
How you doing, Avery?
Good. Oh, you cold, Elder.
Yes, it is.
It's freezing now.
Look at you. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, look at her. She's crying. No, like me. How you doing, Elder?
It's good to see you. Look at you. Are you that clunky?
Damn, he's a big man, no? Oh my god.
So, I don't know. Maybe there's no difference from before to now. But to me, there seems like there is. It's not quite as drastic as maybe I was stating, but anyways, that's pretty much the story there. He remains missing. Hopefully he's found okay. And I have no idea. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.